We go. It's Halloween. So I'm going to do this in two bits. One of them is going to be the day shots and one of them is going to be the night shots. Why, you may be wondering? Because all of the lights look better in the day. Or all of the lights look better at night and all of the skeletons look better in the day. So here we are. I have 3 separate entrances to my spooky abode. This is refusing to stay. Hello, Penny. So this is going to be part 1. And part 2 is going to be where you're going to see everything lit up. All of the inflatables inflated. All of the everything working. I do not own any animatronics, mostly due to the load of electricity they take, and I only have one exterior outlet, which I already push to the limit every single year, and then try to find ways to make it do more. There's Mr. Snake. I do love how I managed to get that spider posed. So this part over here is technically in my neighbor's yard, but they've already said that they do not care, as it's less work they have to do later. I do wish these lovely little rickety reaper friends didn't always get tangled. So I'm not going to guarantee that every single set of the little mini lights is going to work, because some of them are solar powered and we've been getting absolute garbage for, you know, things. My spooky little ghosty paw prints to lead you into my pet cemetery and human cemetery. So that zombie hand covered in the spiders actually glows, provided naturally that we get enough sunlight. Frank, I'm going to need your hand to be where it can be seen. I try to make sure all of my graves have flowers, but you know, I only have so many batteries is the thing. The bat hand also glows, which means that I'm not going to guarantee all of the little tiny lights will be lit up. But again, some of them are solar powered, like these neat little light bulbs that I actually kind of love. Whee! Tori, why don't you rake your leaves? Because the leaves are actually handy in, one, making it feel a lot more spooky, and 2, in hiding all of these obnoxious cords, which are kind of everywhere. Whoever built this area decided that we did not need a sidewalk to continue down the rest of this, which is why I am a little bit on the having to make my own paths thing. This is where we sit. I have Jack and Zero. And I have these guys. Now this one is handy because he actually plugs in. This one and this one are battery operated. I wish they also plugged in. So you will see all of these guys. You will see all of the pumpkins in another video too. The damn squirrels ate this one before it was even Halloween. I literally just put them all out last week, and the squirrels were like, we're going to destroy this one. I'm kind of glad they only picked one, but you know, these are all of the little details that you wouldn't get to see in the dark. All of the little extra skeletons that I have strewn about. All of the itty bitty tiny pumpkins. The little mermaid skeleton. My ridiculously sized spider web that actually kind of helps keep some of the ornaments on the tree because it windy here. There used to be spiders on both sides of the window. The weather here, however, has decided that they are unallowed to stay. My dragon has been chained at least a little bit. Now here's a fun thing that I do. I just leave a pile of bones near the dragon every year because, well, he did that. At least I assume he did that. So all of my main graves have flowers except I think one of them. It's really only these little ones because I bought more tombstones this year, which means that well, I didn't have enough flowers because I bought more. That's kind of how that works. So this part is going to be short. This right here is also a new addition I bought this year, and that's going to be fun once it's lit up. This one's handy because I can hide the battery pack in the bush, and because it's up higher than the other ones, I'm not as worried about it not working. Yeah. So next you will see everything properly alight, because obviously all of these glow. We have little bits of skeleton, a little bit of everywhere. I try to give every grave both a skeleton or both part of a skeleton and flowers. Here's the single adult gravestone that doesn't have flowers. I'm sure he'll get some next year because I always pick up a bunch of them for when everything goes on clearance. But this is how everything looks in the day. That little white spider is actually really cool. He sticks out really nicely. All of my hanging friends as well. Mr. Reaper. I have several ridiculously large spiders. They match well with the ridiculously large snake. Miss Witch, could you spin around so we could actually see your pretty little face? I mean, your nose fell off, but you know, for the most part, you're all there. Ah, Maleficent turned around too. Yes, yes. I'm sure some bits of this is going to get cut out and some bits is going to get music played over it. But 'tis how this works. So you can actually see the remains. I don't know if it, yeah, it does show up pretty well on camera, of the supposedly removable blood stickers that I got ages ago. Like last year, the year before. they were supposed to be removable, and then they weren't. Because that's how my life is. I have to fix that. So, I don't really like to rake too much, because like I said, I think it adds to the general look and atmosphere. But I do especially rake more around the graves, just so you can actually see them. Because unfortunately, where I live, the weather likes to wait until like right before Halloween, right at the very, very end of October. And that is when the weather decides that it's going to be cold enough that all of the leaves are going to fall off. And I'm like, I wish you would do this before. But, you know, I think I want to make sure I have enough B-roll too, so we can do like zoomies or whatever into bits and bobs. Mr. Skull, I'm going to request that you stay facing the correct way. I mean, you're free to disobey me, but I would prefer it if you didn't. Alrighty. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. Alright. My entire Penny refuses to stand.
I do not want to wear footage.
Penny refuses to stand. Jack is now also refusing to stand.
It's a no.
We have Camdy. If you have the patience to walk through the snow.
Yep.
Coming. What time is it?
Josh, what time is it?
This would be nicer if it didn't decide to be winter suddenly.
Yeah, I know.
Now we go through the lit path. This one should be slightly shorter as there's slightly less to see as it's dark. That's how this works. However, due to unfortunate circumstances, this is not all of the things as due to weather being weird, I had to delete part of the things. I forgot to turn Snake on before I recorded. Yeah, that doesn't feel good. I forgot to turn Snake on before I recorded. There we go. There's a bug. There's a little spider friend living in the snake eye. I don't know if you can see him. Seems like sometimes this other eye turns on and sometimes it doesn't. I think it has something to do with this loose wire in his mouth that I can't figure out. His mouth blows. So this is what you see walking up my path. You can't see the spider over there. I can see him in real life, but real life eyes have higher resolution than most cameras. I love my blood drippy lights. So those are actually really cool because they're solar powered. See, I told you these had to light up. We'll end up going back around to that later. So, due to a series of unfortunate circumstances, I do not have footage from actual Halloween, as actual Halloween decided to snow. Which is why I only have most of the things on, and not all of them. But Jack glows, Zero glows, Zero, bark, bark, Zero. Zero barks too. It seems to be at random. Also, my crow. Oh, you stop as soon as I put the camera on you. Is motion activated. I don't remember if I had him out in the daytime or not. Skull dog friend. Other skull dog friend. I don't know what is up with this, because this was brand new this year and it's decided it's not going to glow. On this side we have generic Halloween, and on this side we specifically have Nightmare Before Christmas. And here we have a Pennywise. And here you can see all of the extra bits. Some of my solar lights are not on because, well, like I said, it's been disgusting here. But I wanted to get this before I pulled all of the battery powered things, because obviously the battery powered things cannot be out very well. All of the battery powered things cannot be out in the thing. So in front of here, the graveyard is where I had the strobe light. Let's see. I love this neat spider web light. I got this new this year too. There's also a little spider in here, but he's kind of hard to see. Yes. Severed skull heads. I have a lot of skull heads. I turned everything on again, specifically so that I could actually catch footage of this. See, now you can see that it's ghostly doggy prints and a mushroom. Anywho, I think this is all we need for the night shots. Unless I can back up enough that we can kind of get the whole thing. Maybe? Questionable. We can sort of get the whole thing. You can just see absolutely no detail in it. Yes. And there we have it. All of my spooky ghosty things. All out doing their spooky ghosty thing. Kitty fell over slightly. Kitty was sitting up straight, but yesterday was absolute garbage and the wind knocked Kitty over. Other than that, Nah, the light bulb went out again. I think that's all we need. Toodles. My entire Penny refuses to stand.
I do not
Help.
want to wear footage.
Penny refuses to stand. Jack is now also refusing to stand.
It's a
We have
no.
Hamdi. If you have the patience to walk through the snow.
Yep.
What time is it?
Josh, what time is it?
This would be nicer if it didn't decide to be winter suddenly.
Yeah, I know.